Hello, this is Tori with LANDiO. Thank you for taking the time to press that play button. Providing y'all with an update, we currently have 23 properties available in 5 different states. If you go to our website, landio.com, click on the Properties tab, that will take you directly to the page that shows all of our properties. You can scroll down, it's going to ask to load more. What that does is it speeds up the site. We've been working on our website and making improvements to better serve you, including the ability to now filter by all 50 states. Let's just say you wanted to only see the properties available in Colorado. You would just select the Colorado tab, and there it's going to show all of the available properties, the properties under contract to sell, and the sold properties. You can also scroll through those by page, as there are many pages of sold properties. If you'd like to look at a different state, you can select another state by the drop down, or you can click this and go back to all of the states. In addition to Colorado, we also have properties available in Wyoming. We have 2 different 160-acre properties that are only about 45 minutes from Casper. Casper is the second largest city in Wyoming. Casper has a population of around 60,000, and each one of these 160-acre parcels is priced at just under $100,000. We also have property available in Florida, where we have a 13.2-acre property with electricity, telecom, and water lines. And speaking with the representative at the county, since this property is over 10 acres in size, the initial research found that there was no limit on hooved animals that you could have on the property. There's also not a limitation on racing pigeons. I learned that this area is popular for racing pigeons, in that some people will build very nice tiny homes for their racing pigeons. We also have our first property available in the state of Missouri, the state where I was born. This is 17 wooded acres near Arrowhead and Kauffman stadiums. I mean, literally just minutes from the stadiums. This road that you see here in the lower left-hand corner of this image, this is the road that actually runs along the property. Really, you just have this wooded area separating this property from the stadiums. And those roughly 17 acres are priced at just under $200,000. It's actually 2 separate parcels that are both corner lots. They have roughly 500 feet of frontage along Ozark Road, which divides the properties, and then you have roughly about 1,700 total feet along Raytown Road, and that is the road that we saw in the lower left-hand corner of that image. Here's a satellite view with the parcels overlaid. And then we also have 18 properties in the state of New Mexico. 16 of these properties are in a subdivision about 45 minutes from Albuquerque, New Mexico. The subdivision is along the Manzano Mountains. All these properties are about 10 acres or more in size. They have power and telecom, with almost all of them having gravel road access. Then we also have a 4-acre property near Taos, New Mexico, and a 1.25-acre property about 45 minutes west of Albuquerque. The other 16 properties are about 45 minutes southeast of Albuquerque. And then just to touch on this Colorado property a little bit more, this is 67 acres near Telluride with a roughly 10,300 square foot mountain fortress on it. And I say mountain fortress because the property was built in 3 phases over nearly 30 years. It has the capacity to go completely off-grid for long periods of time in comfort. I was blessed with the opportunity to visit the home during a heavy snowstorm with 50-plus mile-an-hour winds. And inside the home, you could not hear a thing. And the views from the property are priceless. If you're looking for a property in a different location, or a different type of property, a different price range, or you're looking to sell a property anywhere in the United States, we've conveniently added these buy property and sell property buttons. Once you click the button, a short questionnaire will appear in a new tab. There's only a handful of questions. It takes a minute or 2 to fill out, and that allows us to get the conversation started. Once you complete the form, you'll be taken to this page where then you can schedule a call to discuss the information in more detail. Simply click on this calendar link or click the image below. You can then schedule your call with LANDiO. And we are working hard to bring you new amazing properties and provide you with comprehensive information about these properties. But to do so, we need your support. We need you to continue sharing our website, our properties, and our videos with everyone that you know. Because the more people that we reach, the more dreams of land ownership we can make come true. We've spoken with several people over the last few weeks that have purchased property from us over the last several years, and multiple people have stated that purchasing property from us changed their lives. But they didn't just purchase property from us. They purchased the property from us, and then they went about pursuing their dreams with the property. One of the people that we spoke to recently is Steven. Steven purchased a property from us in Colorado a couple years ago. He even provided a testimonial about his experience right after he purchased the property. Well, since that period of time, they have further developed the property with a nice road cut in over a steep elevation gain. They brought power to the property. He talked about all the positive experiences he had on the property. So when you're thinking about purchasing land and becoming a steward of the land, there are many benefits that you receive that are not measured in dollars and cents. It's been a few years since we posted that testimonial. For anybody that has not seen the testimonial, we're going to include it here in this video.
When we found LANDiO.com, or I found it, I really probably hadn't even talked to my wife about it yet, but I found it after looking at many other websites that didn't have near the information that LANDiO had. LANDiO had full descriptions, how far it was from the towns, different landmarks, topographical maps. It had 100 pictures, it had a video. There was no comparison. By far, LANDiO had 100 times more than what any of the other websites had. Enough so that I actually ended up buying it sight unseen. I was that confident with the information that LANDiO provided. So after looking for several months, and I did find LANDiO's website, and I decided finally, after about 3 weeks of looking at LANDiO's website and kept seeing properties go under contract or being sold, I'd look at one and it was not on the website anymore, it was down below under a contract. We went ahead and buy it now and put the deposit on it. We put the deposit down. We got an email from LANDiO saying that like a receipt, and then we received the paperwork, via email as well. Everything was super simple. Once we put the deposit down, we probably closed within a week to a week and a half with LANDiO. It seemed so simple, honestly, that it almost didn't seem real. It seemed so simple. So once we bought the land from LANDiO, we closed. I hadn't seen the property, so I bought it sight unseen based on your website, which is pretty amazing. We live on the southeast side of Houston, and so about 2 weeks went by and I finally went to the property, drove 13.5 hours, got to the property, went straight to the top of the property and started taking video, and honestly I was blown away. Pictures did not do it justice. It was just the most beautiful place I've ever seen. I was so happy because buying it sight unseen, just asking questions, and then boom, I was there, and it was amazing. So once I got to the property, only looking at pictures, I was overwhelmed actually. I mean, it was an emotional moment actually. The view from the peak that I crawled up to where these outcroppings were, looking down the canyon. I mean, I was emotional. It was, I took a video talking on it to send back to my wife. Oh my gosh. Our nearest neighbor there. This is beyond my wildest hallucinations. I never dreamed that it would be this beautiful. Oh my gosh. Sun setting. We're gonna watch the sunset. It was hard to describe because it was just, you couldn't believe that it actually was that beautiful. The pictures were great, but they only show so much. Physically touching it, hiking up the top to the peaks, it was unreal. So it was a great experience. When I bought my property, I made the decision. I was talking to some friends at work and telling them what I was doing. They were like, really? I said, yeah. She goes, send me the link. So I sent them the link, her and her husband, and they looked at the property. This was on a Friday. That Saturday morning, I get a text from them and they say, hey, we're gonna be neighbors. I was like, you're kidding me. And they actually bought the property behind me. They looked at the property same way I did. They bought it sight unseen as well. And they were satisfied with it. So boom, within 24 hours, they made a purchase. Once they were on the property, they used an interactive map that LANDiO provided, which identified the corners of the property. I used the same when I went to go visit the land myself. It's very accurate. We were standing right next to the pin where it was surveyed. walked the property while you were on there. It was great. You knew exactly where you were, so if you want to look at where you're building and other things, you can kind of pinpoint where you want to be. It was fantastic. Worked great. You can actually see yourself on the map. You see you're a little blue dot walking around out there, and it's following you around. Currently, our plans for the property are retire in about 10 to 12 years. We're going to build up on top of the property. Done a lot of research on different ways to build, looking at log homes, different building materials. Designed several different houses already because I'm so excited, but it's 10 or 12 years away. But we're going to eventually retire there. That's where we're going to be. So we're really looking forward to that. Through the whole process with LANDiO, the professionalism was amazing. Everything we did was, any emails, any phone calls were answered pretty much immediately. It was perfect. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better. So I would highly recommend LANDiO. In fact, I have recommended it to several people that have asked me about it. As soon as LANDiO puts the right property on, they're probably going to buy something. So I definitely highly recommend it. I can say without a shadow of a doubt that LANDiO is totally legit. It was too easy. There's no doubt about it. It was so simple that it was too good to be true, but it was true, and it's real. I've been there. I own it. It's amazing.
Hey, thanks for watching that testimonial, and it would be an honor to serve you just as we serve Stephen and his family. If you'd like to schedule a call to talk about buying or selling property, just go to our website and fill out that simple form, and then schedule your call today. Thank you, and God bless.
LANDiO.com